Did you hear about Lil Durk's bond hearing? Sources who attended said he appeared visibly emotional as prosecutors successfully pushed to delay his release, reportedly to buy time and gather last-minute evidence ahead of the next court session. What's got people talking even more is the growing speculation about a new potential informant, and all signs are pointing to Brick Baby. Just last week, Brick Baby, Big U, Loose Cannon, and others were swept up in a major takedown targeting the Rollin' 60s gang. Legal insiders and sources now believe Brick Baby, recently arrested, may cooperate with authorities and give up crucial information on Durk. What's raising eyebrows is the timing both arrests happening so close together. The feds have been eyeing Durk in connection with a murder-for-hire case, and it all might trace back to Brick Baby. About 3 years ago, he went live saying,
"It's an attempted hit."
Well, you can't say that.
Then they put you as
What?
Like, who died?
You can't say that.
Oh, because of FBG Cash? Or who?
Federal charges in California.
Nah, because Lil Pop.
So this is about the...
Oh! What's that?
But I'm just saying, they just say you can't say that no more.
Sure, here's a cleaner and more structured rewrite of the paragraph. Did you know Brick Baby made an even more controversial statement? The feds referenced lyrics from Lil Durk's song, Wonderful Wayne, and Jackie Boy, specifically the line, "Told me they got an addy, they got the location, go." They linked this to Brick Baby's claim that he would have dropped Quando Rondo's location if Durk had asked.
Then it's people like, you lined up somebody from your hood. Like, listen, I didn't. But at the end of the day, what's wrong with giving my friend the address? Oh, this is my boy. He lost his boy. Who did it could be around. 9 times out of 10, had he had to ask me, I probably would have been. If he even asked anybody, if this is even true. But 9 times out of 10, like I said, can I leak a bar?
Sure.
I said, if he make the call right now, I'd accept it.
Right.
The feds currently have Brick Baby in custody and are reportedly pressing serious charges against him. It's likely they'll try to pressure him into snitching on Durk. But here's the twist: Charleston White has come forward, claiming he's the reason Brick Baby got locked up by the feds.
I'm the one that put the feds on Brick Baby. I keep telling y'all niggas think I be playing. When Brick Baby went to Houston and was playing on the internet with that $10,000 stack on his head, and indirectly said, "Hey, I got some money on Charleston head," and he continued to act like he was pursuing me, I made a federal report. First, I called Houston, made the report to Houston, but I did this through my law enforcement friends. So, not only that, we filed a report with the feds in LA, along with the LA County Police. I swear to God.
Charleston White isn't a fan of Lil Durk either. After Brick Baby's arrest, Charleston went on a rant, calling it a win for the rap community, making it clear he saw the situation as a positive outcome.
This is a real big... Now that demonic force was a dark force. It was a dark energy. I think we now finally get to put that fire out. I don't think we'll hear drill music ever again. Down goes the drill. So this is a victory for law-abiding Americans who like hip-hop music but don't like the killing part of it.
But Brick Baby isn't the only alleged snitch tied to Durk. Jam also reportedly wore a wire during multiple conversations with Durk, and those recordings were presented in court. According to the feds, they believe Durk was behind hits on 2 individuals. The first being Stefan Mack, who was allegedly involved in the death of Durk's brother, D. Thang, and the second being Jam's baby mother, who passed away after Durk supposedly found out Jam was cooperating. The feds see Jam as the key witness in potentially linking Durk to all 3 crimes. Suspicion first arose during an Instagram Live, where Durk seemed to realize Jam was wearing a wire Jam was seen holding the top of his jacket and whispering into it.
I ain't gonna lie. My whole dream change. I ain't gonna lie. Feeling like back in the day.
Oh, my God. Oh, dang.
Look like you said. Oh, look, he took that.
You give it check on your man. I heard you got his head.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Hey, when I was growing up, I didn't have a day architect. I would go, I'm having a day. School's out down.
All that whooping on the net, it got your man.
Jam is the same person Durk famously gave $50,000 to during an Instagram Live, a gesture that once symbolized loyalty but now carries a lot more weight as his name resurfaces amid all the legal drama.
What's his name? Steady crying, huh? He steady crying. Feed him.
You know, big mom, see that?
Feed
For
him.
my babies. That's really how y'all hold our babies. Like, I gotta hold my money like this. It's too much. Crazy though. Sitting up there doing all this, sneak this and the internet games and all this. Up some money, do something. Like, we winning, bro. I can do it. Whatever it is I want to do, I can do it. Not what I want to do, what I want. Y'all can do that, bro.
Bro got out what?
You know that
Haven't you did
the years I did it now?
Yeah. That's your let it be. 12.
Sweet.
That boy popped out 12 years.
Yeah.
So much money. We really just get in order to figure out the lanes, man, boy.
However, months before his arrest, Durk seemed to sense something was off with Jam. In an interview with academics, Durk hinted that Jam had been acting strange, almost as if he already suspected something was going on behind the scenes.
I see shit from a mile away. I don't think people realize that. I could have a conversation with you for 5 seconds with you and know your what's gonna cooperate.
In that same interview, Durk went on to say that he stopped letting even his closest friends come to his house. You can hear the sadness in his voice, like he already knew Jam was snitching, and it hit him on a personal level.
Nobody's ever allowed to my house. It be our best friend never been in my house.
For real?
I promise.
Your best friend?
Promise. Like, it's people like I just don't allow around my girl and my kids, because it's like I'm just a different type. I'm not the. I have family night at Durk house tonight. Still,
You say, everybody at Durk's crib.
Yeah, we gotta everybody getting watched. Watch everybody. Hey, they go too close to them kids. What to do? Like, that's how I play. Like, I don't play.
Unfortunately, Durk found out about Jam's betrayal too late. Unable to take matters into his own hands, reports suggest he sent his crew after Jam. According to sources, Jam was tracked down by members of the F crew while hiding out in a house just outside Atlanta. It's believed he was punished for snitching on Durk a claim backed by a photo of the house where Jam had been staying, which later surfaced online. But Jam wasn't the only one reportedly targeted. Prosecutors now allege that Durk may have been involved in multiple murder-for-hire plots. Newly unsealed files link him to the death of Stephen Mack in Chicago, believed to be an act of revenge for the killing of Durk's brother, Dee Thang, on January 27, 2022. The court documents even include an Instagram post from Durk that read, "For Dee Thang," posted just 30 minutes after Mack was killed. The next day, Durk appeared on Instagram Live laughing, which prosecutors also included as potential evidence.
You can't see the other shit. What? Tweaking my phone. Hey, somebody else said slap car. Yeah. Somebody else said slap car.
With the feds presenting a mountain of evidence against Durk, many feel Jam is to blame for his situation. Despite facing multiple serious charges, Durk's lawyers proposed a $3.3 million bond, backed by equity in his homes and cash from Sony Music, but the request was swiftly denied in court. However, Durk's legal team argued that his current jail conditions were unlawful, claiming he could be released if they could prove it. Reports surfaced that Durk was attacked in his cell block at LA County Jail, though details about his health remain private. A transfer to another facility seems likely, as jails are required to ensure the safety of their inmates. This incident even led Kanye West to reach out to Durk, calling to check in on him.
Yeah, man, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Just taking a day at a time, just chilling and staying focused for real.
Yeah, I love the time we spent in Saudi, man. That was great.
Look, that's all I'm talking about here. The people here, they get their time and they ain't never experienced the world. So I be telling those stories. They be on 20.
Wow. Yeah, man. I just got off the phone with Puff. I talked to him for the first time 5 minutes ago. 5 minutes ago he called me. Yeah.
Rumors started circulating online when fans noticed something odd. Both Quando Rondo and Lil Tim gave separate interviews, but they shared the exact same message and released them on the same day. While some see it as a strange coincidence, many believe that both Rondo and Tim were somehow involved in Durk's attack in jail. They think the interviews, where both spoke about wishing the beef would end, are just a cover-up for what really went down behind the scenes.
Like, I was just protecting my little brother.
When you did finally find out that it was King Von, how'd you feel?
I was like, damn, if Brian did that stupid shit last night, he still would have been alive. That's how I was. But I was like, yeah, I ain't know the type person I am. Like, I'm a humble person. I ain't know no disrespect to like his mama saying like that, because I could easily get on that type of stuff and be clout chasing type. But like, I ain't on that type. I'm a humble person, but it's like, they ain't never popped that shit off. That would never happen like that.
Quando Rondo expressed a similar sentiment, saying he wishes things had played out differently.
Whoever on my side, they got kids and a mama that 100% love them. And at the end of the day, bro, all this bull that we talking about is stupid. That could have been handled a totally different way. It could have been handled to the point where a song and $3-4 million could have came out. Or whatever, like they could have got handled in a legit way, in a music way.
Here's where it gets even stranger. Did you know there's a section in Durk's case that highlights the eerie coincidence between his lyrics and real events? One of the lyrics in question is, "Look on the news and see your son. You scream." And no, which some believe directly ties to Quando Rondo's reaction to Lil Pab's passing. This connection is causing even more speculation about how Durk's music might be linked to real-life events.
This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
Durk's lawyers, however, argue that it's all just a coincidence. In court, Durk's legal team presented evidence from Durk's producer, who confirmed that the song Wonderful Wayne and Jackie Boy featuring Babyface Ray, which prosecutors claim brags about a passing, was actually recorded 7 months before the incident. They showed a studio document proving the song's file was created 6 months prior to the Lil Pab situation. Durk's team is trying to portray him in a positive light, even releasing a statement where Durk says, "It's better to be low-key with your money. If you can't afford 10 Maybachs, don't buy one."
You got a kid with a plan to be like Future World, Alton. You do a crib, you did everything in the way that you did. Ain't looking nothing small. I went this Saturday, you over there. Look, bro. I see all this shit. I had one car. It's not that I can't get it. I'm not thinking back. You can't buy 10 Maybach, no back.
One fan even pointed out that Durk's team seems to be strategically releasing his best motivational moments, softer sides, and overall positive moments to paint a picture for the judge showing that Durk's influence has always been good. The fan made a valid point, and even academics tweeted, "We praying for Durk. He sent me word he will have the album of the year." However, while Durk's case looks concerning, a lawyer who reviewed the situation believes it might not be as bad as it seems.
So it all depends on the hunger of the U.S. attorney and the AUSA that's involved. And if they want this individual badly enough, they'll make very attractive deals for these individuals. what does a very attractive deal look like? I think they go for the lowest hanging fruit. Whoever, didn't actually die, maybe someone that was involved that didn't actually, or someone that, but it didn't hit, they're going to have forensics. Yeah. So they'll take whoever is the least culpable, and I think that they'll approach him and make a deal with him, that'll be the most attractive. And if that guy doesn't make a deal, they'll move on to the next guy. So usually that's what happens, right? You go for the lowest hanging fruit first, the guy that you think will flip, the guy that didn't really have that much involvement. And I think what also is interesting with the indictment is it wasn't just money. They're like, it could have been money or it could have been career advancement.
According to the lawyer, while it's tempting to say they have a slam dunk case against Durk Banks, they still have a long way to go in proving the conspiracy against him.
When it comes to Durk Banks, so far I've seen one text that says, don't have them associate my name with any kind of flights that they're taking. Certainly that's not a good text, but is that the only text? Because that doesn't, that in itself doesn't stand on its own. Certainly it's circumstantial. But like I said, we have to wait and see what other evidence they have. If they have a snitch, if they have videotapes or audio tapes of him saying something, I think that's a lot different than, hey, just make sure you don't associate my name with these guys. So I'm hesitant to say that they have, a slam dunk case on Durk Banks.